Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. Today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in ages, and that is 3D blooms. Now, I think the last time I did this, I'd not long started the channel, and it was about video 18 or 19. We're now in the 70s, so yeah, it was a while ago, and I haven't even attempted a bloom since. So I thought it was about time I gave it another go. This time though, I'm going to try freehanding the petals rather than using a piping bag, because I'm really rubbish with a piping bag. So I'm going to try freehanding them. These moulds came in a set, a resin coaster set that was gifted to me by my colleagues at work. I've just left my current job to start a new role next week, and my colleagues gave me loads of gifts, which I'm really grateful for. They were fantastic, and in my goodie basket was this set. These moulds are actually really good quality, and they're a little bit bigger than my other coaster moulds, so I'm going to try doing them in here because I think it would be, having a little bit more room will be easier. So anyone that I used to work with, thank you very much. These moulds are ace. So let's mix some resin. So I've just started mixing this resin. I'm not sure if you can see that it's quite foggy. I'm stirring it fairly slowly, but I am going to put it through the debubbling machine because I've got to wait for it to get to temperature anyway. We're looking for 35 degrees. I've got a thermometer by the side of me ready. So I'll check the temperature before I put it in and check the temperature when it comes out. You should be able to see as it's getting more and more incorporated, it's starting to get clearer. The resin that I'm using today is the Nick Pro 1 part, so equal parts of A and B. I've really enjoyed using this resin so far. As you can see, as you're mixing it, it doesn't produce that many bubbles. Yeah, I'm not really going for it as I'm mixing it, but on previous projects I have really mixed it in quickly, and it hasn't bubbled up that much, and it lets go of its bubbles really easily. So far I'm really loving this Nick Pro, but it also warms up quite quickly, which is why I wanted to give it a go for my blooms. So I'm just going to mix this for 3 or 4 minutes and then pop it into the debubbling machine. As always with resin, can't get my words out. As always with resin, make sure you're using the appropriate PPE, so gloves, respirator and apron. You don't want to be ruining your clothes. Use it in a well ventilated area because you really don't want to be breathing in the fumes either. So yeah, just be safe, guys. So this has been through the degassing machine now, and I can feel that it's not ready. Let's pop the thermometer in. Okay, so we're nearly at 31, but we actually want 34, 35. So I will keep an eye on that, and I'll be back with you once we're at temperature. So this is very nearly at temperature now. We're at 33.5 and going up. 34.5. So I'm going to get started because by the time I'm ready to do my blooms, it will be at temperature. Okie dokie. So the first thing I'm going to do is decant a little bit into each one of these little cups. Tiny bit in there. That'll be for my centre colour, and a little bit in there which is going to be my white. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then going to pour some into here. Now I don't want too much because I'd like to try and get in more than one layer of petals if I can, and then also a back coat. So let's spread this round and see what we've got. Okay, I'm going to put a tiny bit more in those. Oh, God, I hope that's not going to be too much. Excuse my head, I just want to make sure I've got right to the edges. And I also can see a couple of little bubbles in the corners, so let's bring those to the centre so that I can get them with my lighter. This one still needs a tiny bit more in. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is my white. Now you really need the tiniest amount of white. I'm actually going to put a little bit on my paper towel because I don't want to squirt this in, because you really only need it to be a bit like skimmed milk. So I'm only going to put the tiniest little dab because I can add it gradually. See how far that goes? Now before I add any more white to that, I actually want to put a tiny bit of this white mica powder in, but only a tiny bit because I want it to have a little bit of sheen. So maybe even only that much. That really is a small amount. And then mix that in. But it's white mica powder, so it's going to add to the whiteness, if that's even a word. There you go. It's not opaque, it's quite skimmed milk-ish. Okay, so that is my white. And then this little bit here, I want to do something for the centre, but I'm going to drop my inks first, I think. So let's go with purplish red. 1, 2, 3 in the centre. 1, 2, 3. And then cerulean around the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Not sure about that colour combo, but it's in now, so it's tough. Okay, so let's put a tiny bit of this chrome yellow, which I haven't even opened yet, into this. This is going to be for the centre. Oh gosh, that's quite gold. I thought that was going to be a bit more yellow than that. It's very gold. Oh well, we'll go with it. Okay. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to use this nail stick to draw in my petals or a lolly stick, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. No, I think it's going to have to be a lolly stick actually. So let's start. Clearly I'm not that good at free-handed either. Start with, I think I need a little bit more on my stick actually. There we go. I'm going to have to thicken these up after, I'm sure. But the last time I did this, they were quite chunky blooms. I think I might just stick with 3 actually, because I want to put another layer in. Okay, so I'm going to try and make these a bit thicker. That one's well wonky. Now that the colours have merged a little bit, they remind me a little bit of pansies. I was going to draw the ends out a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should try and keep them more pansy-like. I can't see if they're starting to bloom or not. Maybe a little bit. But I'm not going to put any more in because I don't want them to blob if I can help it. Let's see if I can smooth out any bits that might blob. Should I put a little bit more blue around the edges? Oh, I don't know. Should I? No, I'm going to leave it because I could always do it on the next layer. Right, let's do some bits in the centre with this gold. And I was just going to do little dots. In the centre and see what happens. That one's not very big. That's better. I think they need to be bigger. Oh God, or maybe not that big. That was close, wasn't it? Let's put one more dot there and stop there. They do look like they're spreading, but it's just very difficult to see underneath because the blue's so dark. Okay, let's give them a bit of a torch. I think I'm running out of gas. Yeah. Okay, fill this up, come back and talk. Oh, I've got my little one actually. Might have gas in that one. Note to self, always check your tools. Make sure everything's good to go. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't organised though, would it? Okay, they look promising. And I can see the silver shining through where it's starting to bloom. And I've left enough room to do another layer. So, okay, fingers crossed. I'm going to be watching these all night. So, I'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day and I am absolutely thrilled with these so far, but I'm just going to bring this one up. If the other side looks as nice as that, it will be stunning. But here's my dilemma. Do I do another layer or not, or will it spoil it? Now, I've been asking the online community, the online resin crafting community, and it's about a 50-50 split. Some people have said they're gorgeous, leave them as they are. Others have said, do another layer, at least you'll know. So I think I'm going to go with that. Well, obviously I am, because you can probably see the resin sat here. But I'm going to go with another layer. And I'm going to only do 3 petals again, but I'm going to make them bigger, I think. It might ruin it, but I don't know. I'm going to stick with the same colours, and I'm not going to do anything in the centre because you can already see the centre through there. So I've mixed my resin. It's gone through the debubbling machine. It's currently at 34.4. So actually, now that I've stirred it, it's gone up to 36. So let's get moving. Let's just wipe my thermometer. Put that away. So I'm going to decant a little bit in here for my white. I'm going to leave that for a second. And do you know what? No, let's do the pour, because I want to get the colours in and get them moving. So, well, there's no going back now. I was glued to these all night. I really was. And I could see that they were looking really nice. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for the best. So because I've got this video, it will act like a diary of sorts. I'll be able to see what I did, so I'm sure that I could almost replicate it again. But yeah, let's just pop a little bit more in there. I also do still want to put a backing on, but I think it's more because I am dying to try this black holographic glitter. I'm not convinced it'll go on this. I don't know. Colour theory is not my thing at all. I think I probably need to get a colour wheel or something like that. Excuse my head, I just need to see if I'm getting to the edges. Okay, let's move on to this one. So I've spoken to my best friend Harriet, who chose these little resin coaster making sets as part of my leaving gift, and found out where she got them from. So I am going to be getting some more because these moulds are great. Excuse my head again. I think that one needs a tiny bit more. I haven't tried doing these either. I know I said it was sort of about video 19. I've looked it up since I did the first part of this video, and it was video 19. And I don't think I had my levelling table then either, and I think that does make a difference. So, oh, and I've filled up my lighter. So let's just check for bubbles. I do think that needs a little bit more actually. Right, let's get on with this white. So I put the tiniest little bit of my Decorum resin dye paste in it, and it really was the tiniest amount. Again, you can't see it, I've just squeezed a little bit out onto my mat because I literally only want the tiniest bit. It goes so far, and we only want this to be like skimmed milk. We still want to be able to see the stick through the resin. Might need to add a little bit more to that, but I'm going to pop my white mica powder in first. I'm using the same again, the About mica in white, and again only the tiniest amount. That will colour the resin as well, so that's why I'm not adding any more white yet. And I think this will probably be about right. Yeah, don't need any more white in that. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 bigger petals on these, I think, where the smaller petals are not. Let's just give my gloves a little bit of a wipe. So I want some more colour in it really. So let's go 1, 2. And then back in with the cerulean. But this time I'm going to go further out. To see if we can fill in some of this with some colour. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. Right, so now I've got to look and see where I need to put these. So I'm going to go bigger this time. I'm really rubbish at drawing in resin. And then I think we need one here. These lines are way too thick. I'm not going to add to these. What I'll do is I'll smooth them out. Oh God. Smooth them out. And then probably watch them like a hawk all day again. And I think it was here. God, that's going to be so blobby. No. Oh, do you know, I'm going to put one in there as well. That gap just seems big. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm not putting the end of the stick in the resin. I'm letting it drop in. That might be what I'm doing wrong. Right, where's my nail stick? Can't find it. So, no, that's no good. I think I'm going to have to use a cocktail stick because I really need to smooth these out as quick as I can. Should I give that a little stir in the middle? I think I will, because otherwise I think that's going to be blobby. Probably won't be able to see that through the other side, but that one's so messy. I need to stop messing with it now and trust in the process. Right, let's do the other one. See, look, I'm letting the end of the stick sit in the surface of the resin, and that's much smoother. Practice makes perfect. They're a little bit smoother than the other side. put a little bit more in this one. And a little bit going to the centre there. Let's give them, smooth out some of those edges. Try and stop the blobs. I would like to have made that a little bit bigger there, but we'll see. Right, okay, let's give this one a little swirl in the middle as well. A little bit of a torch. I can't see any bubbles, but just to be safe. Okay, so there we are. So I'm going to be watching this like a hawk all day now, but this one is spreading. This one doesn't seem to be though. I really hope it does. Okay. So I'm going to be waiting with bated breath, and then whilst I'm watching this I'll be deciding whether to do a backing on these or not. There is enough room in the mould still. I really want to try this, but I don't know whether this is going to go or not. I don't know, maybe it will. And I know I said at the beginning of the video that I wasn't sure about these colours, but now that they're in, I actually really love them, and I want to try this exact process using red and black because Remembrance Day is coming. So that's going to be my next bloom project. So, okay, I'll see you back tomorrow. So it's the next day and the second layer is cured. I'm just going to blow these because I'm now going to put the backing on them. So I have agonised over what colour to do this backing since yesterday, and I've been to-ing and fro-ing between this purpley colour that you can see through here. Don't forget that the colour that I used was purplish red, but it looks quite purple. And then I agonised about maybe using a goldy colour on the background because of the centerpieces. And then in the end I decided to go with black because, well, sometimes you can't go wrong with black. So I've made up some of the same resin, the Nick Pro 1-part epoxy, and I have added to that my Decorum resin dye paste because I don't want it a mica powder type finish. I would rather have it glossy if I can. So let's see if I can get rid of some of those bubbles. I haven't put this through the debubbling machine because it's going to be quite a thin layer anyway. It should release its bubbles all right, and if not, I'm going to torch it anyway. So I'm actually really terrified for this because these look like they're going to be the best blooms I've ever done, and I might just be about to ruin them. So I also don't know if I've made enough, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but this is it releases the bubbles quite well. So let's just add a tad more, bring that level up. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's give it a torch. So I'll be keeping a very close eye on these for bubbles. What have I done with my alcohol? There it is. Going to give it one little spritz of alcohol. I think I missed that. That's better. So yeah, I'm going to keep a really close eye on these and pray. Basically, pray that I haven't ruined it. So I'll see you back tomorrow for the demold. So these are ready and it's the moment of truth. I'm excited but also very nervous because I'm worried that the black's ruined them, but we'll see. Okay, let's loosen them off. Put them down that way. These moulds are fab. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's do this one first. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I've almost cracked it. Well, I think I have cracked it, but I think I probably put too much white in. But oh my God, I love it. I love the colours, considering I wasn't sure about those colours. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome. Nearly. Oh, and that one's good as well. Excellent. There's a little mark in that one, but I think that may have been a tiny bit of the gold. Oh, yes. I love them. Better than my last ones, definitely. I think I need to use slightly less white. But I'm looking forward to trying them again. Oh, let's bring them up. Let's bring them up one by one. Look at that. I'm very pleased. This one's a little bit blobby. My white maybe, I think it was a little bit heavy. Definitely. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love them. Okay. A success, I think. The colours have come out really good. And I needed to have made the dots in the middle smaller. But I think I'm going to try these again, but with reds, because I want to see if I can make them look a bit more like poppies, but try not to spread them out like this one. I think they need to be more like that. But I'm well happy with these. Very happy. Okay, so if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's free, it's just a couple of clicks and it helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I've used will be in the description, along with the links for the Etsy store and to buy me a coffee. Anything that comes in from those goes straight back into the channel. Thank you to everyone that's already subscribed and been supporting me and going to the Etsy store buying me coffees. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And all that's left to say is thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.